change it to your favorite pirate name. And it's your choice, so nobody can be wrong on this one. At one point in time, I was Captain Kangaroo, then I was Captain Crunch. So you can be anybody you want to be. If you choose not to, be ready to walk the plank because I will be calling on your mateys. We are going to also make sure that you put your school initials after your name so we know who is from where. Don't worry about changing your name. If you're worried about we won't know who you are, we will. We have our ways. So let's get started. I want to welcome you to Tech Like a Pirate. I am Captain Kid. Like I said, I've changed my name many times. Captain Kid kind of has spoken to me. So for today, I will be Captain Kid. We welcome you to change your name. I love these names. And just as a side note, if you are Zooming with your students, this is a great way to engage them right from the start, especially if you have a theme that you're doing. What kid, after spending time and time on Zoom, would not want to change their name to a really cool superhero, pirate, cartoon character, or anything like that? You can also tie it into how they're feeling for that day. So you can do some great things just by changing their name to get them engaged into your Zoom for the day. So I'm going to just run down a little bit. These are our norms. Please silence yourself when not talking. The chat will be monitored by Captain Mike right now. He is swapping the deck. He will return though. And I have First Mate Diane with us. The voyage will be recorded for your benefit. And if you have any questions, meet me at the treasure, mate. So we will kind of continue. As you can tell, I've kind of themed this around the pirate. And again, this is a great way just to add those little different phrases, those different pictures, just to kind of engage your kids right from the very start. If you have not, some of you, I know, like West Branch, I can tell you, they pretty much know me as the Teach Like a Pirate lady. But if you have never heard of Dave Burgess's book, Teach Like a Pirate, I highly, highly recommend you grab a copy and read. It's an easy read. It's a great read, and it's a very motivational read. It will really kind of spark your interest and maybe give you some ideas that you might not have thought of before. He also has some hooks in his book, and if you want them, I will be happy to send them to you. Just drop me an email saying, please ship me the hooks, and I will be happy to send those out to you. I did not put them in this PowerPoint presentation just because I want to say I think there's 60 different hooks. So they do take time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in his book, Teach Like a Pirate, he kind of takes the word pirate and uses it as an acronym for this book. And I wanted to show you exactly, honestly, it matches perfectly to what we're doing today. In his book, Teach Like a Pirate, he talks about the passion, which is infusing your teaching with content passion, professional passion, and personal passion. He talks about those three things to help you kind of regain your life and take it back. Immersion, your ability to completely give yourself up to the moment and fully be with your students. You know, those days, especially now, you have 100 things to do while you're on that Zoom. And he talks about how you can be fully in the moment with your kids and giving your kids your undivided attention. Rapport, making kids feel important by developing relationships with them. Right now, that is probably one of the most important things that we could be doing with our kids, just helping them see that we're here for them. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this, and we're going to come back together and see each other. Ask and analyze. Ask great questions and always analyze your situation. He kind of gives you some really thought-provoking ways that you can really get to the heart of what you're trying to teach and what you're trying to get to with these kids. Transformation, make your classroom and teaching exceptional and worth noticing. That's a given for all teachers. We want our kids to be excited about what we teach. And enthusiasm, light fires under your students with zeal for education. And you know, when I looked at this is great. This is what he had in store for our classroom. And truthfully, you can take any one of these words and transform it into your technical classroom or virtual classroom, as you want to call it. There's just one exception, and let me show you what I think. Transformation, we need to change that just a little bit. And instead of make your classroom, we need to say make your virtual classroom and teaching exceptional and worth noticing. And that's kind of a goal I do in anything I do. As you can see, I was an elementary teacher. So we went all out for the cues, whether it be verbal cues, whether it be visual cues, we did it just to kind of hone in. So you will see me as a pirate hat today. I might take it off because it's sliding a little bit. All of my real pirate stuff is at the IU today. And since we are working from home, yes, I thought outside the box today and creatively made this pirate hat. So we are going to take that transformation, and instead of just making our classroom and teaching exceptional, we're going to transfer this and to make it into a virtual classroom for you guys. One, I think, which you will enjoy. So our treasures for today, these are kind of our targets, and I only have one: to find meaningful ways to use technology and keep students engaged. And, you know, as the school year gets on and we find ourselves being on Zoom meetings and virtual classrooms over and over and over, week by week by week, we have to find new ways to keep them engaged. So I want to offer you just 3 today. And I think you will be able to use them from kindergarten to high school level. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do a mentee. If you have not done a Mentimeter, it's a great way to kind of get the interaction started in your students. There's lots of different uses that you can use in Mentimeter, but I'm going to pose you with this question today. You have 1 question to answer, and you have 3 answers to do it. Change is. You're going to fill in those blanks. So you are going to go to mentee.com, and you're going to use the code 920589. And if you want me to, I can put that in the share.
Yeah, because Renee, you might want to warn them. The Mentimeter is kind of glitchy. Do we need those spaces in there? Yes or no when they go to put the code in?
No.
Yeah.
You shouldn't anyways. It should just go right in there. There you go. So you're going to go to mentee.com. You're going to type into that code, and hopefully mine will work. Let's see. Here we go. Great. I'm already seeing some. This is awesome. This is going to be making a word cloud. And as you will see, as you type in the words, they will be showing up on my screen. I have exciting, inevitable, hard. Oh, and you will see, oh, wow, this is awesome. The more people that type in that word, you will see it gets bigger. So it kind of focuses on the most popular words. Oh, Diane can't do it because she's recording. Sorry, Diane. But while you're, this is awesome. While you guys are, you know, taking a look at what everyone has written. Scary is one of the biggest ones. And, you know, we're all there for you as well. We enjoy what we do, but there are times whenever we're looking through stuff and it is a little bit scary. Inevitable, I think we're seeing that, right? Thinking outside the box, I love it. Scary at first, something that can be fun. It can be fun, you know, it's all about your mindset and how you're going to do it. And that's exactly how you're going to take it to your kids as well. If they see you not being able to adapt to it, not seeing that it's fun, they're going to adopt that same mindset. So we really need to be looking. This is awesome. We still have ones coming in. Necessary, exciting, adjustment. It is a big adjustment. I absolutely agree with that. Wow, powerful, anxiety provoking. I'm right there with you, whoever said that. Whoever said that. That's awesome. All right, so this is great. Now, this is something in Mentimeter that I would be able to keep. I could just save that and put it in my, my Google Drive and take a look later at it. I could also take a look at what words were brought out and kind of see how you're feeling at that time. Helps me to know how to proceed with this lesson. So this is a great way to start class. This is a great way to put this out in the middle just to see if your students are hitting there. And this is a great way to end it as well. Now, like I said, if you've not done Mentimeter, you're going to go to mentimeter.com and you can sign up for an account there. It's free, and you can see all the different ways that you can use this. You can use this as a quiz. You can use this as a picture cue. Which picture would you choose? You can use it as almost like a chalkboard, and they can write their quotes on it, or they can fill in the blank. You can use it as a word cloud, but it's many, many different ways. I really, really encourage you, if you have not tried it, to go ahead and try it, experiment with it. But to get on it for you, it is mentimeter.com. But whenever you have the kids look at it, you are going to, they're just going to do mentee.com and then type in the code. So that is kind of our word cloud. That kind of helps me know where you're feeling, what you're feeling right now. I know it is a rainy Thursday and it's great to be on a ship with a pirate, so this is a perfect day for it. So I'm going to get out of that and get back onto my thing. Change is a lot of those different things, and it's how we view it. You can embrace it. You can put up a fuss. You can just barricade yourself, but change is coming, and I do agree with that. So let me see. There we go. One thing I wanted to show you, we have these are Generation Z learners. I am a baby boomer. That's my generation. I think Diane's in there with me as well. But here's what we're looking at with our Generation Z learners. You know, you kind of want to see what their minds are telling them and honestly what they're capable of doing. And even if you look at some of these, first students to be born in a world with smartphones, tablets, and computers. That just blows my mind. They don't stand for status quo. And we're seeing that right now. They're hungry for what we're doing. They like this most of them, the virtual learning, because it's something new to them, and they're very used to this computer idea. So they're very easily adapted to that. Their social circle is global. They want to connect, collaborate, and share. They like to make and create, and that's where I hone in on to that. They were born into an information revolution, from artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, and drones to virtual assistants. We have to remember that when we're planning our lessons. You know, we want it to be engaging. We need to hit on some of these areas. They talk in images and emojis, and they prefer YouTube to TV. I am famous for the TV. I just put on Facebook the other day, we love to watch Adam 12, if you can remember Adam 12. So we're kind of reliving our past through that right now. And they take information in bite-sized chunks and prefer hands-on learning. This is a doing generation, whether it be on the computer, whether it be through STEM, through activities like that, they like to be learning through their hands, visual learners. So as you create your lessons, we need to remember this. We need to remember what kind of learners that we are, that we have, I guess I should. So I'm only going to give you three small, or should I say 3 little tidbits. They're not small. They're 3 little tidbits. I think they're going to be valuable to you. The first one is smart, yeah, I can talk. Start small. You know, you see all of these different apps, all of these different great creations, and you think, oh my Lord, I can't do that. That's so overwhelming. Start small. Think of something little, take one little piece of that learning, do it well, comprehend it, get your confidence up, and then you can move on. And I have, you know, find an app, a website, or a tool that makes you think, you know what? I can do this. I know how to do this. I'm going to push this out. And that's why I'm only giving you 3. I have a ton of them that I use, that I try, that I play with, but that would just be overwhelming to you as teachers. So that's why I'm starting small as well, just giving you some of the ones that I really enjoy. So one of the first ones I wanted to show you is that you don't need the app to create the experience. These are all basically ones that you don't have to sign up for. You just create them and you go on. One I love to do is my hashtag. If you look on Facebook or anywhere else, you see the hashtag revolution is going on right now. This is a great way for students to recap what they've read, to recap their thoughts or their idea. And as soon as you put out a hashtag, they're going to love it. They're going to use it. And really, you can put this anywhere. You can put it in a Google Classroom. You know, once they read an article, have them do a hashtag. You can do it in a Padlet, as we're going to do. But hashtags are a lot of fun. Now, you can also give a word limit on a hashtag. I've done 6-word memoirs with a hashtag. I've told them they could use up to 3 different hashtags to kind of get their thought across. But hashtags are fun and they're very easy, and you don't need any additional app. You just need basically a place for them to record it. So let's try it. I hope you're ready to try it. From the book, Teach Like a Pirate, which I told you is one of my favorite, I've kind of copied one of Dave Burgess's quotes. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to let you alone for a minute. You're going to read this quote, and then you're going to do a hashtag for me on a Padlet, okay? So I'm going to give you, let's say, maybe 2 minutes to read this quote, develop your hashtag, and then I will show you where to put it. All right, give me a thumbs up if you are ready to go. Or you can give me a matey. I see thumbs up. Great. Okay. Great. All right, so I will stop. 2 minutes start now. Enjoy the quote. Okay, so those 2 minutes are up. I'm going to show you the Padlet. I will copy and paste this. Nope, no, I won't. Let me see if I can do this. I will copy and paste this and put it in the chat for you. You should be able to just click on that. And you will see if you have not used the hashtag, another easy thing to do, you just go to this pink plus mark and you click on that anywhere, start typing your hashtag and go for it. Now remember, when you do a hashtag, all the words are together. There is no spaces in between. So go ahead. Oh, sorry. I have the link to Diane. Let me try it there. There you go. Sorry, guys. Diane's gonna be walking the plank soon. Oh, I see one's coming up. Can't wait. Oh, great. More than a test score. I love that. And if you feel compelled to do more than one, by all means, I love them. Oh, Diane, I'll put yours in. Don't forget your hashtag before, and remember, make sure your words are all together. This is one thing, it's harder for us as teachers than it is for the students. Express Yourself Revolution. These are awesome. Notice how, if you can see them all, notice how different they are. Day for Education, yeah, I agree. Mic drop, wonderful. These are great. It's all about balanced in learning. Clarity for life. Think outside the box. Yep, that's me. He gets it. Why don't they? Honestly, this is awesome. Now, I hope you guys found that relatively easy. You know, this is a great way for you as a teacher to kind of assess where your kids are at the moment. Notice, I did not need a test. I did not need a quiz. I did not need to do any of that. This tells me quite a bit just from reading that article. This is awesome. Awesome. Hearts for Arts. Yep, I agree. And you know, I had picked that one and I thought how appropriate, especially for this point in time that we're in right now, that we need to think outside the box and we need that creativity in schools. And I think this is showing unique strengths. Awesome. This is great, guys. I'll just stay here about 10 more seconds. And notice, again, notice I don't see anyone that has duplicated anyone else's thought. So what great creativity that you're allowing the kids to express themselves in what they feel. You know, this is, Diane has done the 10% summary. You know, you could even do a 10% summary as well with this if you wanted to using this. But to me, this is not as daunting as telling them, okay, you're going to provide a 10% summary with what I just gave you. This is kind of a fun and unique way that they can do it. So that is hashtag. Again, relatively easy. Start small. That didn't take a whole lot of effort. Basically, it took me finding a quote and then you doing the rest. So I hope that's one that you can kind of use and take with you. All right, so that is hashtag. And again, I just pulled a picture and popped it up there as the background, but you can put whatever one you want in there as well. And it sounds like Mike is here, so Captain Mike is done swabbing the deck, so he has joined us. Welcome, Mike. So one will start small. The second one I want to show you is start with an impact. And you know, there are some great things out there, and I'm guilty of as well. I look at Pinterest all the time and I think, this is awesome. This is so cool. I could do this. But then you really have to think to yourself, is it promoting what I want them to get across, or the total goal that I want them to get? So one thing that you need to really ask yourself, or where are the places in our instruction then we can get the greatest impact? Maybe it's doing something before you start. Maybe it's doing something in the middle or even at the end as an assessment. You have to kind of think, engage in your instruction, what would best suit that creativity or that break, and have them work on a plan. So another thing that I want to do, and again, very easy to do, very fun to do. It kind of breaks up the monotony and gets the kids their creative juices flowing. It's called Add a Caption. And when I first started doing this, I'm gonna do a disclaimer. When I first started doing this, because I have Google, I put it into a Google account, a Google Drawing, and just let the kids add their caption. But I know some of you guys don't have Google, so I wanted to make sure that everyone was able to try this. So we are going to go to, in a bit, we're going to go to a website called phraseit.net, and I'm going to let you guys play a little bit. But here's what you do with Add a Caption. Think about something that you're teaching.
For me to send it every time.
Think about something that you are teaching. If there is a picture that could go with it, you're going to find that picture and just put it up there, and then you're going to let the kids create some captions to do it. And I did this last night. This, of course, is Washington crossing the Delaware. And I just kind of added some cute little things. You know, George is saying, where are we? The guy in the front saying, go with George, they said. It will be fun, they said. You can really have fun with this. And this also kind of sparks some further class discussions as well. And honestly, you can do it with any kind of picture. I did it with the Mayflower coming over. We talked about, you know, we had talked about Plymouth Rock and getting there. Then I gave the kids one of these captions and they could just do it themselves. A lot of fun. The kids kind of enjoyed it. You could have serious ones as well. You know, you could put this caption and say, okay, I want some facts on this as well. But this is just a great one just to have fun, just to give the kids a little bit of engagement, and to really push their creativity. So we are going to try it. I want you to go, and you will see up in the corner up here in my blue is phraseit.net. You are going to click on that, not click on that, but type it in. Hopefully mine's working.
While we're waiting for the page to load, everyone, I put this in the chat, and Renee will show you in a second. There's always an ad right under the middle of that paragraph. Yep. Don't click the ad. Sometimes it will look like that. So she'll show you here in a second, but I wanted to point that out in the text.
Thanks, Mike. You will see right there, it says phrase it. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see two different buttons: upload from your device and use random stock photos. So there's two different ways you can do this. If you have a photo that you want them to concentrate on, then you just click the upload from your device. It'll pull from your computer and you can just insert it. We are going to go the other way. We are going to use the random stock photo. So on your, once you get it up, use the random stock photo. Go ahead and click that. And you will see up, let me show you, there are different, on the left-hand side, you will see images, okay? If you want to add another image, you can do that. There are bubbles, there are speech bubbles. You can use whatever you want. There's drama. You can do no drama. You can do Lomo, Nashville, Toaster, Gotham City, whatever you want. Your bubbles, I picked this one. If you go up to change photo and you just keep clicking on these, you will see they have stock photos that are already in. Whoops. All right, that's a little bird, little owl. There's lots of different ones. Usually Hillary Clinton's the first one that comes up. There's some great dog ones in here. I'm a dog girl. So what I want you to do at this time, I will show you. Let me go back. There's Hillary Clinton. I don't know why. That's the first one that always comes up for me. There's Donald Trump. There's lots of different ones in here. Wow, we have a lot of Donald Trump here. So I want you to, see, you could add one right from your computer. You don't have to though, but I want you to find an image. Okay, I'm going to take this image and I'm going to, all you do is drag a speech bubble over. All right, and you can just type. All right, then once you're done, you have the different options here. If you don't like it, you can exit. If you want to rotate it, change the fonts, or if you want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller so you can put other ones in. And then you can drag it wherever you want. So I want you to find a photo. I want you to play around well with the bubbles, put in some great comments, and then we're going to, then you would preview and save. You can preview it. See, I can save it, right? There's my words. I can send it, okay? And then I can download it and send it to you by an email, okay? I'm not gonna do that, but I just want you to play around a bit, find a photo that you would like to try this with. This, as you can tell, there was no login. There's nothing you have to sign up for. It's just there. So take your time. I'm going to give you about maybe 4 minutes to find a photo and put a couple speech bubbles in. So go ahead. Yes, this is fun and easy to use. And you're making inferences about the picture. That's one goal that you could have the kids do. That way, if you're putting in a picture, this is a great way to kind of recap. This is a great way to get their deeper thinking and to really look beyond some of the pictures, look beyond some of the captions to like the background. What are the kids looking like if there's kids in the picture, things like that. I have not seen any cookies or malware or anything from this. Anytime I've gotten on, nothing like that has popped up.
That is a great question, though, to definitely be suspicious.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't know if you saw that from Sensei, that they were wondering, they're suspicious since it's free, if it could be a conduit for lots of cookies or malware. Oh, Kathy said she tried to add it and it was blocked by our administrator.
Wow.
The other one,
Sorry,
Renee,
Kathy.
the other one you could mention, Renee, is that's a little more mainstream than the phrase it is, would be the caption this. And it does the same thing. We opted not to use that, but the caption this is the same.
Right.
Does the same.
And yeah. And also, you know, I mean, if you have a Google account, you can put it in a Google Drawing and assign it, and they can bring the speech bubbles down and do the exact same thing, only through your Google account. So there are lots of ways to kind of use this.
I'll chime in. I missed the first part of the discussion because I was grabbing a drink of water, but the cookies and malware and all that kind of stuff, I haven't seen any suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I said. Nothing's popped up on mine.
But now, when you get to the point where you're using the email feature, I haven't tried that, and it's always possible anytime you enter email that you'll get some spam relating to it. So Renee, there's a question. Could you repeat how you would use it in Google Drawing if they want to stay more secure?
Absolutely. Well, can I just go there? I think I still have one in Google Drawing. Let me see if I have one still. What you can do, if you're seeing my screen, you can just grab a drawing, insert it. You can search the web. Let's say, I can move my boxes. It's slow today. Rain is lovely. So here's one I had originally had on here, and then when I realized not everybody could do Google, I changed it. But let's say I want to add that photograph. All right, there's my Google Drawing. Now they can come up, and here are, if you look over here, here are their shapes, arrows, callouts, and this is where I would be doing the voice box right there, you know. Oops. Right there. So all they have to do is just add it, and it's there. And then they could just share it with you. That would be, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about any pop-ups or anything like that. And that is, if you share this picture with all of your students, then you're going to be able to have your students share their perspective in this picture. So you would have many different kids responding to this picture. But this is a great one to look at. You know, we had talked about looking at the picture and really the inference. This is a great questioning. I always say, if you could interview these kids, what kinds of things would you ask them? You know, you could do it that way and do some speech bubbles that way. But this is a great way to add some detail and to really look closer into the picture. But that's how you would do it in Google Drawing. It is, honestly, it's very easy. Again, you saw how quick I was able to do that. It took me less than 5 minutes. So I like quick, I like easy, and I like cheap. So any other questions that
Renee,
we need to?
there's a great question from Andy. It's one we encountered. Would their students' responses be on the same image, or would each of them have their own copy of the picture?
If you do not like give each one an individual picture, they can all add it onto their own picture or onto one picture. Like if you just have one copy there for them all to respond to, that's how they could all like join on and do it together.
But Renee,
if
that
you
can't be done on the Phraseit.net, correct? They're doing their
No,
own.
that cannot be.
Yes. they can do that in
Phraseit.net
Google.
is their only, they are the only one contributing to that picture. And if that's what you wanted, then you could assign everyone a picture of this in your Google Classroom, and then they could submit it themselves. But if you want them collaborating together and you know, putting questions on there together or thoughts together, then you would need to do Google Classroom. That's a good question.
Renee, another question. What does the filter do? Mm-hmm.
On the Phraseit? Is that what you're talking about?
I think Mike was referencing that the Google has filters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can take the images that are in Google Drawings and use that format panel to filter. So if you wanted to take a color photo and make it sepia tones, or make something that matches a presentation, make it pink or red or grainy, some of those filters are there as well. So they, you know, it just adds the ability to do some artistic things. You can put borders, you know, border lines around things as well. So it's a drawing, so you can customize it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we have Stacy shared her.
Oh, I can't wait.
Hers with us there.
Oops. So great. Stacy, do you want to, I can give you share rights if you want to share it.
Sure, Renee, I can share it.
So Mike, do I stop share or new share? Stop share.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Stace, go ahead.
Okay, let's see here. Hold on one second. I'm
Sure.
working on it.
I can't wait. Shipwreck, Stacy.
Oh, host disabled participant screen sharing, it says.
All right. So Mike, is that you?
No, that's me. Hold on.
Oh, way to
Okay,
go.
Stace,
Way
you
to
should-
go,
you should be
dangerous
good.
Diane.
She's going to have me
He
walking
is
the
truly
plank.
dangerous. Don't be walking the plank by the end of the day.
Arr.
Our
Okay.
matey. Oh,
Aw.
honestly, that is awesome. Which way to Hogwarts? That's perfect, Stacy.
And I did use under.
Yeah. We lost your talking. I love the Gotham City one too, because that kind of makes it black and white. So that's kind of cool. But the more you play with it, the more you can see exactly what it is. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so let me get back here. So again, this is a great, it's a fun thing to do, just to kind of see what they're thinking, see how they're viewing this, or again, to really analyze it and look deeper into that picture.
Yeah, Renee,
Caption this, or-
my TDA friends would absolutely, they could have a field day with this when we use the visuals for explicit and implicit evidence.
Yep.
And captioning
And, you know,
that way.
I was up early this morning because the rain hits our metal roof and I love it. But I was thinking, how great would this be to do for the Gothic? What's the Gothic picture?
Oh, my American Gothic.
Yes.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? And then to have them read the poem and then, you know, go
Mhm.
on. So I just thought there's so many uses that you could do for this. Really, there is. And I've even seen this done with a math equation. They put a math equation up and then they had them add captions about it. And kind of like he had the steps already done and then the kids had to put their captions in as to how they did it or what they used to get to that problem. So I thought that's a great thing to do as well. Okay. So I have one more for you. Start small. You know, make sure it's see what you can fit into to make it engagement. And the last one is start with excitement. And it says, find out what you, the teacher, are excited about. You know, and again, we kind of talked about that in the beginning. If you are not excited about it, it's kind of hard to sell it to those kids. So find something that you are excited about, that you like to do, and that you can share it with the kids. And again, I have one. And I think this is fun. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I would say this is probably geared more towards 4th grade and up. But honestly, if you explain it and show it, I know my little 1st grader can do text messages. I'm just not sure she could handle this one. But it's called ifaketextmessage.com. And if we go to that, it's very easy setup. Again, you don't need to sign up for it. You don't need to have a passcode for it. This is exactly what it looks like if you're looking at my screen. And here's how easy it is to start. You're just going to start. You would click that, which I already did. Think of a name. Who is this person? Who are you going to be talking about? We read in 6th grade, we read The Lightning Thief. So I would say if I were doing this, this is going to be Percy Jackson's conversation. All right. And so maybe I'm going to say, dude, do you know who my father is? Okay. So Percy Jackson will be sending this. Okay. So if you want to add another text message, you're going to have someone reply. Okay. So if you look, there are 3 speech bubbles here.
Renee, can you show us, I'm sorry, can you take us to your working screen? To your ifake
Oh, you can't
text
see
message? Yeah, we're not there. We're just on your PowerPoint slide.
Sorry.
Thank you.
All right. Yep. Huh, wonder why. Can you see it now?
No. Oh, now we do. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So let me start again. This is the screen that you would see. You wouldn't have Percy Jackson or this over here. It would all be blank. Let me show you. I'll just take that out. So your screen would kind of look like that, okay? And it will be blank over here. So like I said, I'm going to make it out to Percy. Okay, so this is going to be Percy Jackson, and all right, so he's asking somebody, hey, do you know who my father is? Okay. So if you want to add another message, you see these 3 speech bubbles. There's 3 different colors. So you can have 3 different people on this fake text message at a time. Percy Jackson is gray. So if I have someone and they're answering him, I'm going to switch to a different color so I know it was someone else. All right. You wouldn't. Okay. So there you see, this is coming from someone else. This is a great way my kids would kind of recap the chapter. They love talking on those text messages, and they weren't allowed at my school. So this is kind of how we did it. Let me spell this word right. Sorry. All right. And you can see when you type it in here, it automatically changes in the text message as well. All right. So again, I'm going to have Percy respond to him and say, I need to know. Okay. And then you can keep adding these. And then I can say, meet me. Oops. Yeah. If any of you have, ever read Percy Jackson, Camp Half-Blood, you would know that the kids are honing into that, at least they're reading and comprehending it. All right. So you can keep adding it, and that will get the message across. Okay. when you were done, and here's what I think is kind of funny. It's kind of fun and cool. If you look here at the battery, you can really make this look like a true cell phone. Up here's the battery. You can change it if you want. If I were to make this like 16%, if I wanted to add that in my text message and say, I gotta go, my power's dying, you could then change that to 16%. You could change it how you want. The connection, you could do the signal strength. And again, that goes along with right up here. And then again, whoops, the settings, you could have the time. Maybe it's, you know, they're supposed to meet up at midnight and it's 1 o'clock and they're saying, where are you? I've been here for an hour. So you could change the time. You could really get in and again, have them kind of give a detailed explanation of what this looks like. And again, this is my assessment right here. I'm kind of getting a recap of what they talked about in the story or in the chapter. They can set the settings by, you know, giving me the time, giving me where they're at, and things like that. Just a fun way to kind of get your message across, a fun way to recap. And again, you don't need to sign in. You don't need to, you know, sign up. There's no plan. It's not, you know, you don't have to worry about it being free. When you are done, you'll see create image at the bottom. And it might take a minute. It's spinning. Gotta love the rain in rural PA. And so right there is my transcript you can see right here. Okay? So that's what they would be sending to me. That's what they would be sending to me. All right? It's a lot of fun. You know your audience better than what I do. If the kids like to do text messages and they're creative, this is a great thing for them to, this is a great thing for them to pursue. It's a lot of fun. You can do it really with any subject. You could have George Washington texting somebody about crossing the Delaware. It's just a lot of fun, and it's a creative outlet that they could do that with something that they're used to doing. Okay, so Diane, are you seeing my PowerPoint screen now?
Yes, we're back to the PowerPoint, Renee.
Okay. All right, thank you. There is one thing I want to tell you for you tech-savvy people that want to take that extra step. This is called a differentiation app bent calendar. I thought that was kind of cool. I did get this from, I'm reading a book now, it's called Ditch That Text. And this is where I got a lot of these ideas from. But he brought this calendar out, and it was almost something for you to try every day for this month. And since we're starting May soon, this might be something that you want to kind of pursue. But if you go to, and this is the website up here, Teaching from the Ridge. If you go to that, and then all you have to do is hover over these, it will take you right to that app. It will take you right to the informational setting to that. If you guys were with me a couple weeks ago, this is the PenSU that I showed you about writing. So there's a lot of fun stuff in this. Some you've already seen. This is Pear Deck. I know some of you guys have seen that. Flipgrid, we've already talked about. So some of these we've already done. But these are some fun places that you can go to give some extra oomph and creativity if you want to be daring. But like I said, if you're new to this, start small. Find something that you're comfortable with, find something that you're enjoying doing it, and find something that you're excited about and run from that. We will be working, and not next week, but the week after on this one. It's called Class Time. I will be taking you through step by step on how to do that. That is a lot of fun as well, and there's many, many different resources available to that one. So this will be in the PowerPoint that you can bring up later if you want. So I just have a couple thoughts as to going out. Whoops, That was a little fast. Much of your success as an educator has to do with your attitude towards teaching and towards those kids. The rest is based on your willingness to relentlessly search for what engages students in the classroom, both virtually and regular classroom, and then having the guts to do it. And you know, you guys have stuck with us for this last 6 weeks, and we really, really appreciate it. We know you guys have the guts to do it. And I hope these 3 little things here, you can take back to your classroom and kind of pop those in this coming week if you want to, and try them out for yourself. But we know you are relentlessly searching, and we're here for you. Mike, Diana, myself, we are here for you. So whatever you need, if you have questions, if you need our help with anything, please email us, call us, get on our virtual hours that are ending tomorrow. But we want to make this as smooth and as easy for you. So my last one, which now is not working, of course. There you go. And this was my quote when I taught first grade: always be yourself unless you can be a pirate. Then always be a pirate. Always take that, I don't want to say that dangerous course, but always be willing to go out to the uncharted waters and bring exciting things in for your kids. So I thank you for coming aboard. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. If you run into anything later on, my email address is there. Feel free to drop me a line. If you want the hooks, please email me. I will be happy to share those with you as well. And again, I thank you for sharing this rainy day with me. And hopefully you have a great afternoon and a great weekend coming up. Time to go ashore.
Pillage and plunder, Curry.
That's adorable.